What up, y'all?
Hey, y'all see, man, we got that boy CjDaChamp. I know we late, but we got it, man. We got it.
We definitely finally got it.
Yeah, boy, it's been a minute. And he's been a person been asking us for a while, but we had him this to do. And it's only right to get to it, baby. We got Shredder, Generational Hater by CjDaChamp, man. Make sure y'all check out his channel. Let's get into this video.
Let's get into it.
Now let me say I'm the biggest hater. I hate the way that you walk, the way that you do.
So for her punishment, you think he would just ground her or spank her or something? No. He decided to hang her over a giant bit of mutagen. No, bro, I've seen enough. Congratulations, you 4 out of and you too, you deadbeat trifling ass son of a bitch. I finally found a worse dad than y'all, bro. Holy God. Oh, even Tiger Claw was like, man, good. Taking your own kid is crazy, not gonna lie. Quiet, girl. She will be perfectly fine. Isn't that right, my precious honey bun?
Damn.
The Shredder Trial 3.
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen. It is time for the final trial of the Shredder. And the last challenger has approached to be judged for that superb round table status. In my God, it is time for one of the greatest haters of all time. And I mean this with no exaggeration. Top 5. Damn near GOAT status if it wasn't for this. It is none other than the 2012 Shredder. So y'all already know how this goes down. The evidence is on deck and ready to be presented. So without further ado, it is time for the finale of the Shredder Trials.
I think I gotta turn it up just a little bit more.
Exhibit A. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, I now present to you Exhibit A, the genesis of hatred. Now, as we know with these trials, we have dealt with some crazy cases, from the mass murdering alien to the demon that rose from hell. But now we are finally dealing with the human. But that doesn't exempt him from doing some crazy ass shit. Because this Shredder is known for being the hating ass nigga. Now to understand why this man is the way he is, it only feels right to start back all the way at the beginning. So many years ago, the Foot Clan got completely washed by the Hamato clan, and their leader Oroku Kaiji was killed. So the only person who was left alive was a baby whose name was none other than Oroku Saki. So the leader of the Hamato clan decided to adopt him and raised him with his other son, Hamato Yoshi, aka Master Splinter. So these boys grew up as the best of friends, brothers. They even served in the damn war together. These boys posted up in Nam. I know nobody was good with this squad. And these boys was tight, brothers for life, ride or die. But something happened that completely destroyed their relationship. And it was none other than a female. Oh yeah, these boys did not follow bro code. There's a bad shorty named Tang Shin came in their life. And these niggas was her fighting and competing for her ass every day. Shredder stayed talking shit saying, you think Tang Shin want your sorry ass? Nah, she need a real nigga like me. She be talking to you and even lay the pipe on the bitch. And over time, their relationship just got worse. So at first, Tang Shin dated Saki, but she broke up with that nigga and left him for Yoshi. So Yoshi got up in them cheeks and they ended up having a baby and got married. So Saki let jealousy get the best of him. He could not take this L. He hated this nigga Yoshi. Couldn't even stand being in the same room with the nigga. Every single chance they got, they started fighting each other. Sparring sessions turned into full-blown scrap fest. Even their dad was fed up. He was like, the hell is wrong with you niggas? All of this fighting over what? Coochie? But guess what? Their dad's lecture didn't even work. Cause later that night, Shredder started dirty macking. He went up to Tang Shin and told her, Tang Shin, you looking beautiful as hell today. Damn. With that bum ass nigga Yoshi. But hear me out, baby. I want you back. And I don't want to be no side nigga. I want to be your maid, nigga.
Oh.
She is not innocent in this situation. She was entertaining this nigga over here smiling and shit. Like, bitch, you
She so is.
get in your hands right now.
Right.
What are you doing?
Crazy.
And guess what? Yoshi
Trifling.
was watching this whole thing, and he was just disgusted. So on one very fateful night, Saki figured out the truth about his entire backstory, how his adopted dad killed his actual dad and destroyed his whole clan. So he plotted to destroy the entire Hamato clan. So later that night, he approached Yoshi and Tang Shin. So he asked Tang Shin, he says, Shin, I'll ask your fine ass one last time. Be with a real nigga. But Tang Shin told him, no. Side nigga applications are closed. So these boys were about to fight to the death over some coochie. Absolutely ridiculous. So they start fighting to the death and destroying the whole damn house while doing it. And while they was fighting, Yoshi started talking to him and saying,
Freddy
all this bullshit for some ass, nigga. Quit your yapping. You know damn well that you can't handle all that ass. So the fight started heating up. Literally, Saki hit a candle and the house lit on fire. And the whole fight, Saki was just applying pressure while Yoshi was on the back foot. Look at this, one tripped him and just tried to repeatedly stab this man's guts out. He was not playing about murdering his brother. So while the fight continued, an absolute tragedy was about to happen. Saki ended up disarming Yoshi and was about to kill him. But Tang Shin comes in and tries to stop him, and she gets cut down by Saki, dying instantly. So Saki tried to run to her, but debris ended up falling on him and burning his face. He got turned into Darth Vader without the mask, and this was just awful. First of all, we got arson for burning down the house. You murdered the only girl that you love while trying to kill your brother. And they don't say this, but it's implied that their dad, Hamato Yuta, died in that house fire. So you also killed your adopted father. But if you didn't think this could get any more fucked up,
What else?
Boy, let me tell you. After he leaves the burning house, screaming in agony, he ends up finding their baby. And him thinking Yoshi is dead as well, he says, if I can't have Tang Shin, then I'll take your daughter, nigga. So he kidnaps his daughter and raises her as his own to be a foot assassin. And his daughter was none other than Karai. And he kept on telling her every day, you know the man who ruined our family, daughter? It was that vile man, Hamato Yoshi. He killed your mother.
No,
he gaslights her every day that Splinter killed her mom. And he has trained her to hate him. And she be looking at this picture of her mama every day. And she be thinking, when I get my hands on that rat ass nigga, I'ma kill his ass. Not knowing that the man that actually killed your mother is your so-called father. The Shredder Trials.
Damn.
Jesus Christ.
Okay.
Exhibit B. Y'all ready, ladies and gentlemen? I now present to you Exhibit B. Generational Hatred. Yep. We haven't heard this term in a very long time. Not since that zesty ass hating ass.
I hear that either.
But it's only fair to bring it back with this Play-Doh faced bastard right here. So now we're fast forwarding to present day. So on the national news, they broadcasted a story that said there were ninjas in New York. And the police discovered a ninja star that was from the Turtles and it had the Hamato clan symbol on it. So guess who was conveniently watching that newscast that day? Across the world in Japan. Shredder. He saw this shit and immediately thought in his head, after 15 long years, Mr. Still Your Bitch finally decides to show his rat-ass face. Prepare my private jet. Roger, roger. So just off of a hunch that Splinter was alive, that nigga flew from Japan all the way to New York just to confirm his suspicion. So at first he sent Bradford and Zephyr to investigate, but they obviously failed. And I swear, bro, he was so pissed off at these niggas. He looked at them and said, how hard can it be to find a giant-ass rat in New York? And you come to me and tell me that you got your ass beat by Nika Turtles. Fucking bootleg Chuck Norris.
What?
Nigga. I I should have left your black ass in prison where I found you, boy.
Oh,
Shredder's
God.
not beating the allegations anytime soon.
Definitely
so now
not
it is
beating
time
no
for us to
allegations.
observe the first confrontation. Now, out of all the Shredders, this one is the Smoke Demon. He doesn't jump like Utrom, and he doesn't have bailout sorcery like Tengu. He's just gonna one-on-one dog walk your ass. So late one night, the Turtles were celebrating their victory, thinking shit was sweet, until they heard this man yell in the distance. Ninja Turtles! Where is that rat?
Holy Jesus.
And this fight was just pure brutality. These boys got dog walk. Raphael came in first to immediately get shut down and kicked into this
Dang.
electrocute his ass. Then here come Donatello's sorry ass. Bro grabbed his staff, hooked him in his eyes, then backhanded his ass. Told his ass, night, night, nigga. So then Michelangelo tried to chain him up, but he yanks the chain and kicks this man all the way off the roof. So then Leonardo came in, got thrown. Donatello tried to hit him, but his staff cracks in his
Damn.
And he just looks at him like,
You serious, my brother?
so he turns them into each other, then he speed blitzes them and diagnoses them with CTE. These
Beat them
were
boys one by
fucked.
one.
The man grabs Leo, slams him on the wall, and told him, tell me what Splinter is and I promise I'll let you live long enough to watch him die. But right before he was about to kill bro, he got distracted by mutated Zephyr and mutated Bradford, and he looked back over and they was out of there. They ain't waste no time to devil. And I ain't about to waste time either. Time to put them charges on that ass. Child abuse ×4.
Damn.
Attempted murder ×4. Assault and battery ×4.
That's ×4.
Animal abuse ×4.
He ain't getting out.
Peter called and said we can't let that get away with that shit no more. And just off of that, that's 16 charges, nigga. And he beat their ass so bad, he pulled a slave. He started beating their ass in their dreams. That CTE
Come
hit them
on.
like a train. So
And
Shredder.
that's what I'm saying. When shit, somebody beat your ass in real life and they beat your ass in the dream
Boy,
too.
some of you probably, boy.
That's some crazy shit right there, boy.
Yes, in their dreams. That CTE hit them like a train. So Shredder's main goal was to kill Splinter because he wanted this nigga in the dirt because he stole his bitch. And he was going to do it by any means necessary. Take for example, he sent his so-called daughter to beat the shit out of April O'Neil in a dark alley. I mean, dog, she put her on a wall and put her in a whole wall combo. Bitch could not move. She did not know her frame data. Then look at her walking, help me, just to get grabbed and get that ass knocked out. Child endangerment, man. I'm hitting your ass with that. Sending your daughter to go beat the shit out of an innocent little girl just because she had connections to Splinter. Oh yeah, and then he kidnapped her just to lure Splinter out of hiding. So late one night, Splinter went to go save April just to see that it was a hologram. Because Shredder actually sold April O'Neil to the fucking Krang.
Lord have mercy.
Like, dog, this man just sold a child to a war-hungry alien race just to lure Splinter out so he could get his get
Boy,
back.
you don't care,
And this
boy.
man started laughing in the background like,
You know how long I've been waiting for this? I'm about to make a name for myself, yeah.
so they hit him with the right hook of death out of nowhere. So 15 years later, these boys are about to have the run back. So these boys start scrapping, and Shredder hits him with the big electric ring god fist. But it got to the point in this fight where Splinter just asked him, nigga, what the f is wrong with you? You can't be this mad at me, your own brother, over a shorty. But this is when Shredder hit Splinter with the bombshell. He told him, you took the baddest bitch I ever knew. So I took the only thing you had left. Your daughter, nigga. This man Splinter was shook. He thought his daughter died in that house fire all those years ago. But as we know, she didn't. Shredder kidnapped her and raised her as his own daughter. So after Splinter heard this revelation, he couldn't do shit. The controller disconnected. Shredder just started whooping his ass. He hit him with another electric one god fist. But with an inch of health left, Splinter finally awoke that dog in him that would be in any man's heart if they ever fought another nigga that did some shit to him like this. He started whipping that big metal ass. Beat that ass with that wing chime. Then kicked him across the room. So right when he was about to kill this man, Karai came in and stopped him. And it didn't take long.
Your own daughter.
He looked at her once, and he just instantly knew that was his daughter. and he just could not fight anymore. Now here is where we just see the damage Shredder has caused with his manipulation over the years. He told Karai, "Do you see that man, daughter? That is Hamato Yoshi, the man who killed your mother."
Is this nigga serious?
Sick bastard.
Yeah,
That's
definitely.
all I could say. So she started snapping at Splinter. She told him, "Daddy told me what you did to my mom, so I'm gonna kill your rat stinky ass." This motherfucker's just laughing.
And that's your daddy.
Oh my God, it's terrible. So she ran at him, and Splinter just left. He couldn't do this shit no more. And she was just yelling at him like, "Why won't you fight me, you fucking rat-ass coward piece of shit?" And it's just the look that he gives her, dog. Just the look of defeat. Your daughter has been manipulated all these years to hate you. I don't know about y'all, but I'd be sick to the bottom of my fucking stomach. The Shredder Trials. Exhibit C. Alright, ladies and gentlemen. Exhibit C. The worst father of all time. Yep. I have dedicated an entire exhibit to explain to you why this man is one of the shittiest dads I've ever seen. Now, is he worse than this nigga? Hell no. At least Shredder technically loved his kid. But the amount of abuse he makes his 15-year-old daughter go through will make you want to pick up the phone and call CPS in a heartbeat. So, example 1. Now, we already know that he trained his daughter to be an assassin and do dirty work for him. And we know very well that Shredder does not tolerate failure. So one day she came back from a mission, and she's just doing her regular routine, coming in and showing respect for her dad. "Daddy, I have completed the mission." But Shredder told her, "Right, I heard you had the chance to kill one of them nigga turtles, if I'm not mistaken." Yeah. So tell me, why the fuck their bodies are not in front of me right now? They escaped, duh. So they kept on arguing. And it got to a point where Karai decided to be a smartass. While he kept on yelling at her about how she let them escape, she yapped back at this nigga and told him, "They escaped from you, didn't they?" And this nigga snapped. He yelled at her like, "The fuck you say to me, you little shit?" So he came down and told her, "Next time you ever open your fat ass mouth like that again, I will close that shit permanently. You understand me, little girl?" "I understand, father." "Now fuck up my face and go kill them green niggas." But dog, terrible. Now add all that on to example 2. His selfishness. This man don't give a fuck about nothing else than killing Splinter, even over his daughter's priorities.
Right.
Swear to God, she came in one day and told him, "Dad, life is lifing right now, and I'm just not mentally here anymore." "Little girl, do you think I give a flying fuck about your mental right now? The only thing you need to be thinking mentally right now is how to do that trifling rat. Now get the step in and make daddy proud." "Yes, father." Again, terrible nigga. Example 3. Using his daughter as a test subject. So Shredder made a deal with the Crane to make him robotic foot soldiers. So guess who he decided to test them out on? Karai. He straight up had these niggas come in her room and jump her. And they did not hold back. They were programmed to kill her. So while she was fighting for her life, getting jumped by Terminators, one of them grabbed her and started crushing her wrist. They was about to kill her. Until Shredder finally stopped them. So he walks in yapping like, looks like these robots are deadlier than expected." So Karai was like, "Oh my God, I thought they were gonna kill me. But you wouldn't let them do that to me, right, Dad?" And this nigga looked at her dead in the face and said, "You should be lucky the skills that I taught you over the years bailed you out. If not for my skills, we'd be having a funeral for you tomorrow."
That man don't care.
Example
called
4,
CPS.
denying the truth. So over time, Karai did some digging, and she ended up figuring out that Splinter was her actual dad. Because that photo that she always be looking at of her mom was ripped in half. And when she went to go see Splinter, he had the full photo of him and his wife. So this basically explains that the only photo that this man Shredder gave her was a picture that he ripped in half because Splinter was in it. Nah, bro, this is the pettiest nigga I have ever seen. Nigga said, oh yeah, I'll give you a picture of your mom. But first, let me carefully cut this bitch ass nigga out of it. Oh my god. So she goes back to Shredder, and she just straight up told him,
You're not my dad!
and he walked down and told her, damn, took you long enough. Tiger Claw, that card to the dungeon. So this man just locks her up in a cell. So then the next day, he came back and said, Garai, even though Splinter is your biological father, I am still your father at the end of the day.
No, because you kidnapped that girl.
Let you be raised by that piece of shit rat. Hopefully one day you come to realize I did this for your own safety. Like, bro,
Man, that girl ain't. You want to kidnap her? You want to kidnap her since birth? How you gonna try to? You just mad and you jealous. That's all.
That's it.
rat. Hopefully one day you come to realize I did this for your own safety.
You ain't did nothing for her own
this man
safety.
is really trying to justify kidnapping her when she was
Exactly.
a baby. This man is so in the head, it's insane.
Crazy.
So a bit of time passed, and she ended up escaping. And she decided, I'm gonna sneak this man. But Shredder was already 2 steps ahead of her. He had a whole decoy in his throne. But then he comes out the corner like, little girl, did you really think that you could sneak the nigga? That taught you how to sneak niggas in the first place? But Karai was not trying to hear that lecture. She threw a smoke bomb and instantly dived in. But she was just hitting air the entire time. This nigga Shredder truly had ultra instinct. But then she tries to stab him, but he catches the sword. Then he tells her, Who's child? I taught you everything I know, little nigga, so I know your every move. So then he backhands her like my dad did when I said my first cuss word in front of him. Still to this day, I will never cuss in front of my parents. So then he pins her down, and it was over. All the lights turned on in the base, and he whooped her ass in front of the whole Foot Clan. So after beating her ass, he ends up doing one of the worst things any Shredder has ever done. And that leads us into example 5. He decided to hang her over a giant mutagen pit so he could use her as bait for Splinter and the Turtles. This was so absurd. Tiger Claw, his right-hand man, was like, my nigga, hanging your own kid is crazy, not gonna lie. Quiet,
That ain't his kid.
She will be perfectly fine. Isn't that right, my precious honey bun? So Splinter and the Turtles pull up, and Splinter and Shredder start having a child custody battle over Karai. This shit went from TMNT to an episode of Paternity Court. While they was fighting, some footbots ended up wrapping up Splinter and pinning him down. So while that was happening, Leonardo tried to jump up and save Karai. But this man Shredder jumped up to try to hit him, but he hits the chain, and Karai gets dropped in a pit of mutagen. So she ended up getting turned into a mindless serpent. And Shredder's just looking at her like, So guess what's the first thing this bastard does? He runs down to Splinter and immediately starts blaming him, yelling at him saying, Hamato Yoshi, you did this!
How?
Hey.
Like, nigga, oh my god.
Come
this
on,
motherfucker is allergic to taking
Accountability, for real.
Big time.
The instant replay, we can clearly see your big brolicky muscular ass hit the chain and drop your daughter in that pit
Hell
of
yeah.
shit. You start blaming
Exactly.
Splinter. Okay, nigga. So I guess we just gonna blame him for everything now. We gonna blame him for taking.
I mean, he the one that had her up there.
Exactly.
What?
Come
Damn.
on.
Blaming Splinter. Okay, nigga. So I guess we just gonna blame him for everything now. We gonna blame him for taking your bitch, killing your ex, then dropping your daughter in a deadly pit of mutagen. But it's all Splinter's fault, right? Unbelievable. But if you didn't think it could get worse than this, let's go into our final example of Father of the Year. Example 6. Brainwashing your daughter. So when he got Karai back, after finding her in the streets being a wild serpent, he decided, my daughter's been a little disobedient lately. So you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna brainwash her so I can control her. So that's what he did. He started putting mind control worms in her brain so he could control her every move and take away her free will.
Dang.
Lord have mercy. First ballot, Hall of Famer in the Worst Dads Hall of Fame. The Shredder Trials. Exhibit D. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen. Exhibit D. Planetary Devastation. We are now past the halfway point in this trial. And I'm just gonna go ahead and let you know this right now. Everything after this point is just completely outrageous, if you didn't already think so in the first place. Now, before we get to this man's planetary level feat, we have to go over some more horrific things this man has done. So, our first case in Exhibit D is his mutilation spree. Now, we already know he decided to turn his daughter into a flesh-eating snake hybrid, but Karai wasn't the only person he decided to mutate. Matter of fact, there's 3 others. And our first victim is somebody we all know very well. Good old Baxter Stockman. Yeah, this nigga can't catch a break. It don't matter what iteration it is. Each variant of this motherfucker just gets violent.
Couldn't catch a break for real.
Is quite possibly his worst fate. So Stockman in this universe was captured by the Foot because he was trying to steal some of Shredder's goods. So Shredder decided to put his brain to use and basically make this man, well, quite literally, a slave. And if he f***ed up, well, he can just ask what happened to his 2003 counterpart. So in obvious Baxter Stockman fashion, this man fails multiple times miserably. So Shredder had enough. He put a collar on him with mutagen vials attached to it.
Shoot.
And if he pissed him off one more time, he would set it off. So one fateful night, he walked up to Bro and said, "You nappy-headed Smash Bros cut-ass nigga, what the fuck is this?" Master Shredder, this is my duck human concept. It can swim, fly, it even knows taekwondo. Come on, Master, you gotta see the vision. Hit it with the bullshit, nigga. So he smashed all of his shit and tells him, "You have failed me for the last time." So he pulls out the trigger.
How many times will be the
and
last
is about to
time?
detonate it. So Stockman was begging for dear life, but Shredder didn't care. He clicked it. So the timer started going off, and this man started panicking, running around like a chicken with his head cut off. So the timer stops beating, and Shredder just walks away. And Stockman thinks he has been spared, but that was far from what was about to happen. The vials all over him. Pause. But yeah, Vision was all over his body. And Stockman's fate, this man got turned into a fly. Like, bro, what is this? Out of all the animals, a fly. Insane work, bro. Then Shredder came down saying, "Look at you now, you disgusting, nasty fuck. Now be a good little housefly, or I will swat your black ass and put your guts on display. Now take some chocolate, fuck nigga." Yes, Master Shredder. So after he made Stockman his first victim, he decided to mutate 2 more victims. And that was none other than Rocksteady and Bebop. Now, he decided to mutate them because A, they stole his helmet one day and tried to sell it on the black market, and B, they kidnapped Karai when she was a mindless serpent and used her as ransom. These boys were just asking for a death sentence. So when they finally captured them, this man Shredder came up and he could have just killed them right here. But instead, he decided to be merciful. He said, "You niggas are going to amuse me. Hold them in the pit." So first was Bebop, and in all honesty, he deserves it for rocking this whack-ass mohawk. Like, dog, what the hell is this? No fade or nothing, not even a hairline. So he gets thrown into the pit, and he starts tweaking out in there. Niggas started hitting the SIMP. Smack Rocksteady's big ass in there. And Shredder's just watching this with joy in his face right now. Look at this sick individual just loving every second of this shit. So when they came out, Bebop got turned into a ugly-ass warthog, and Rocksteady a fat-ass rhino. So they tried to retaliate, because they was obviously mad as hell. So first up was Bebop. Nigga came in spinning on some Michael Jackson shit. Just for Shredder to speed blitz this man and break his ribs. Nigga on his knees looking like he just ate 3 a.m. Taco Bell. The floodgates is about to open. So then Rocksteady charges at this man, but he blocks it, grabs him by the horn, sweeps him, then rolls this fat ass rhino like a bowling ball. Nah, but this is actually insane. Y'all know how much rhinos weigh, right? Rocksteady is a white rhino. That motherfucker is at least 5,000 pounds. And he just casually rolled this nigga like a bowling ball. So yeah, after he mutated them, he then beat them into submission. And now they had to work for him for the rest of their lives. And with that, we wrap up our little mutilation case. Now, Case 2 of Exhibit D, the 1v8. Now, Shredder has had multiple fights with the Turtles, and to be quite honest with you, the result of every fight is usually the same as always. Shredder beats the living dog crap out of them until they are on the brink of death and have to retreat. But this one, however, though, was a little bit more nastier than usual. Because instead of just fighting 4 turtles, this man got jumped by a total of 8 mutants and lived to tell the tale. Now this is actually insane. First off, the other 4 mutants that are with the turtles are the mute animals. These 4 consist of Slash, an oversized turtle that is built like Bowser, Leatherhead, a ginormous mutant gator straight out of Florida, a telekinetic monkey, and this pigeon nigga. I don't know what the fuck this is, to be honest with you. But them and the turtles had this man Shredder surrounded. So logically thinking, you see this and you're like, oh my god, it's over for Shredder. This man's about to get jumped. No, quite the opposite exactly. This man started laying hands on all 8 of these niggas.
Damn.
Did you see what he just did to that fat ass gator? He picked up this 1,000-pound gator and just
slammed him down.
This man is a Florida man. And just look at him. He hasn't even moved from the same spot. Pause and replay. He just grabbed that nigga pigeon out of the air mid-attack, chucked him across the room while still getting jumped and surviving silent attacks. So he starts laying the feet and the hands on the ass. Replay again. Look at what he just did to Caesar. Nigga whipped his leg back, had this nigga in the spinal position, and his eyes are popping out of his sockets right now.
Damn.
Throws this curious monkey along with Michelangelo and Donatello. So right after that, the heavyweights come up and try to sneak him, but Shredder hit these boys with the shing, shing, shing. Sent these boys.
Damn.
But wait, make some room, because here comes Nigga Pigeon. I don't even know where bro came from. He just flew out of nowhere. So while Shredder continued to fight Leonardo and Raphael in the same spot, by the way, this man has not moved away from this circle once. He is knocking both of them out. And this man just won a 1v8 with relative ease. He didn't even break a sweat. And he didn't move from the circle once. Like, that is insane. And the only reason they all ended up living after this is because a statue fell on them. And you best believe they was out of there. It may have been a 1v8, but this was a losing battle. So when they finally got Shredder out of the rubble, this man just stood there for a second just to charge up his scream. And then he just let it out. This man was pissed. The nigga turtles got bailed out once again. But anyways, charge-wise, to sum it up, that's like 8 attempted murders. Along with the child abuse and the animal abuse. Like, good God, bro. This man is having a historic roundtable run. So, now we get to the point where this man put the entire planet at risk multiple times. And we started off with case 3, helping the Krang invade Earth. So Shredder had a mutual alliance with the Krang, and they had a very great business relationship. After taking one of them hostage, beating them to death, selling a literal child to them, and mutually hating the Turtles, they had a very great working relationship. So one day, the Krang came to Shredder with a proposal. They proposed that you help us take over New York and the world, and in return, we will help you turn your daughter back from a mindless serpent into a human again. So Shredder decided to take the deal. Because A, this nigga does not give a about humanity. I mean, he literally could not care less. And B, they made him another offer that he couldn't refuse. They were gonna bring him Splinter. So when he heard this, he jumped out his seat with joy. He was like,
we want that boy bad.
Fuck up this whole damn planet. I don't give a fuck. Just bring me that ugly ass rock. So, exactly 1 day later, the Krang invade Earth. They are fucking up everything. It is literally doomsday out here. The Krang private out here squirting on niggas' paws. And then look at his next part, bro. This poor kid is trying to protect his little sister, trying to get to safety. And he ends up running into Shredder just ore farming. That kid looked at him for 2 seconds and dipped out of there. Little nigga felt that aura and his fight or flight senses kicked in. So after this man put the whole city on fire and mean mugged this kid, he caught this man Leonardo lacking so hard. Leo was just out in the streets trying to help. And he ended up running into Shredder and his goons, ready to jump this nigga. So Shredder said, boys, cook that nigga. So they started jumping and stomping Leonardo out. So bro tried to fight back, and my God, he did his best. But Shredder just teleports right behind him. And Leonardo knew, you could see from his face. He's behind me, isn't he?
I know.
So after jumping Leonardo and sending him to the Shadow Room, he ends up encountering Splinter. So Splinter straight up told him, "Where is my son?" And Shredder told him exactly.
"Oh, I just took him, just like your daughter."
And then this man just starts laughing. This is a sick
Ooh, that's
dog.
sick
He
for
will
real.
not stop until he takes everything from this man. So Shredder starts beating the life out of him, throwing him into forklifts, and multiple steel pipes just drop.
Damn.
So Shredder walks up to Splinter, grabs a biker goatee. That is so disrespectful, bro. Grabbing another man by his beard is crazy. So he pulls out the
Definitely
blade and he's like,
"This is for taking my bitch, you thieving, conniving motherfucker."
but Leatherhead comes out of nowhere, straight out of Orlando, and starts biting and choking.
Damn.
Slamming him and shit.
nowhere.
And throws him in the rafters. So you gotta think, no way anybody survives that. Bro literally got
He
ate.
survived.
He was feasting on him. But Leatherhead must have forgot from that last encounter they had that this man Shredder is a certified Floridian. He came up and started whooping this gator's ass. Then he just starts beating his side.
That can't nothing.
Started crying for help. This was just outrageous. Then he runs up
crying
this
for
gator
help?
at full speed and drop kicks him, sending this 1,000-pound gator back to the sewers. Bro said you should have stayed your ass in Florida, nigga. So after that happened, Splinter ended up getting a rage boost, and he runs at Shredder and spears him. And they start falling down to the sewers. So when they fell in the sewers, the Turtles and everybody ended up seeing this, but they were blocked off, so they couldn't help at all. And Shredder was excited. He said,
"Yeah, watch closely, kids. Pay attention to how your daddy dies."
Shredder was enjoying every second beating this man in front of his kids. So then he threw some smoke in his face, and he jumps up and tries to kill him. But Splinter ends up using his ult, and he ends up getting a critical hit on this man. Sent this man packing into a wall. So Splinter thought it was over, and it was, for him. Shredder smacks this man upside the head, knocking him on the ground, then started beating him to death. This was so brutal they didn't even show it. Then he picked up his
Damn.
body, walked over to the water, and threw his body in and flushed him down the toilet in front of his kids. And they couldn't do nothing about it. And he just looked at him like, "You're next," and left.
Boy, that's savage.
So the repercussions after this were wild. First, New York got completely taken over by aliens because of this man. Second, Leonardo became a vegetable after getting jumped. And last but not least, the Foot Clan ended up finding Splinter's body. And this man wasn't even the same. He was in a feral state. Shredder beat him so hard he broke his mind. So he decided, you know what? Instead of
beat him so hard
killing
he
you,
broke his
I'm gonna
mind?
lock you up in a cage so I can watch you rot. And then I'm gonna restore your mind at the last minute before I kill you, so you can know that it was me. This man is a sick individual. This is elite hating. I have to tip my hat to it because this is ridiculous. But that was only the first time this man put the planet at risk. Let's talk about the second time he did it. And the moment that made him a top 5 hater of all time. Case 4,
That he didn't
destroying
one
Earth.
hater of all
So
time.
some time passes after the Krang invasion, and the Triceraton race decides to come to Earth and plant a bomb that will activate a black hole and destroy the planet. So the Turtles and Splinter needed all the help that they could get, even if it meant teaming up with their arch nemesis, Shredder. Because the planet is literally on the line right now. So Shredder and Splinter both swallow their pride and make a temporary alliance so they all don't die. So they go off to battle and beating the ever-living crap out of these Triceratons. Shredder was murdering these niggas quite
Shredder
literally.
playing,
So
boy.
they all end up getting to Central Park, and there is a massive battle just going on right now. And they have to hurry because the bomb is about to go off. They got about a good minute left. So Splinter ends up taking off to try to defuse it, but Shredder looked over and saw the time,
Damn.
and he was like, he's not gonna make it. So guess what Shredder does?
What'd he do?
Takes off right behind him, and when Splinter reaches for the bomb, he stabs this man in the back, dooming the planet.
Damn, Shredder.
So the bomb ends up going off, and Splinter dies.
Damn.
So Tiger Claw was like, nigga, what the fuck have you done? And all
All
Shredder
because
said
of your
was,
jealousy.
Alto Yoshi
Jealousy.
is dead. I could not give a fuck about this planet. All y'all niggas can die because I'm dying at peace.
elite hating. This man just destroyed the earth.
Wow.
Killing billions and sacrificing himself just so his aunt could die. And the earth got sucked up in a black hole and went kaboom.
Oh, because of jealousy.
How many people are in the world? This man just killed 8 billion bodies. Shredder's in the Hall of Fame. Round Table Black Air Force Hall of Fame.
Everything.
Oh boy.
Luckily for these niggas, they got bailed out. Cause good old Dr. Honeycutt came down and helped them reverse things. Even though that timeline version of Earth is just straight up cooked. But in the reverse timeline, Splinter caught Shredder trying to sneak him. The bomb got defused, and Shredder got his ass whooped. Splinter cooked this man out of rage, hitting all of his vital points, bringing him to his knees, then walked up to him and finished him off. Shredder was done. Splinter left this man on the brink of death and paralyzed, and it was a mercy that he didn't kill him after what he did. But unfortunately for Splinter, him sparing Shredder right here was the biggest mistake he could have ever made.
They always want to spare them
because
type
this
people.
could have
Why?
prevented what was about to happen. The Shredder Trials.
They always do.
Exhibit E. Ladies and gentlemen, we have reached the end. The final exhibit of the Shredder Trials. And there is no better way to end it than with the most unhinged, monstrous, mentally unstable version of this nigga. His final
getting
form.
stronger.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Super Shredder.
The Super
After
Shredder.
Shredder lost to Splinter, after destroying Earth and ruining a whole timeline, he was on the brink of death. Splinter beat his ass so bad he put that nigga on life support.
Damn.
And his mental state is the worst it's ever been. The nigga was already delusional, but now he's literally mentally ill. So he told Baxter Stockman, "Shoot me up with mutagen." So Stockman's ass was like, "That's just Shredder, Buzz. I don't know about that one." But Shredder grabbed his throat and told him, "Do it or I'ma rip off your fucking head, nigga." Oh, yes, master. So Stockman shot this man up with all the mutagen they had, and he started transforming into a monster. Nigga grew Wolverine claws and had blades coming out his whole body. And look how he just bitch slaps Baxter Stockman for the fuck of it. And this man fully transformed into the Super Shredder. This was a living nightmare. This man was already strong as hell as a regular human. And you gave this nigga powers? Good God. Everybody was fucked. So Super Shredder's first order of business was to deal with his daughter because she took over the foot. When they pull up on the foot, you just hear this man Shredder walking. Doom, doom, doom. With them ugly ass, nasty ass, size 25 ass feet.
You see them damn toenails, y'all?
And here comes this mentally ill nigga talking about,
My daughter, I did this for you. To kill that rat that killed your mother.
But she was not having it. She said,
thing.
Ew, gross. Back the fuck away from me. So she sends a foot ninja at him, but they got washed, thrown around like rag dolls. So Karai and Shinigami try to attack this man. They get thrown across the room. And my God, what happened to old girl right here is a travesty. She tried to be saucy and using these bats as camouflage and flipping and shit. So she kicks this man twice in the head.
And he did nothing.
Then pulls out her knife and slices him through the heart. But then she realized, oh my God, I forgot to sharpen these bitches. So after she took a hammer fist to the dome, he's about to step on Shorty with them long ass, unclipped ass toenails. But Karai jumps on him with her snake form, but he gives her a right
Just go ahead and give up already.
And slams her on the ground repeatedly till she was unconscious. And with that, y'all already know what we about to do. Hit that nigga with assault, child abuse, attempted murder, everything, nigga. Fuck. You still consider her your daughter, and you just gonna beat her like that? God damn! You didn't have to pick her up and slam her on the ground 3 times, nigga. And then you gave her best friend the nastiest concussion I've ever seen. Shorty gonna have a case of CTE that's never been seen before. So after he beat the hell out of them, and took Karai hostage. The Turtles pulled up in their raggedy ass whip, and they saw Shredder, and they were shook. So they tried to ram bro, but Shredder picked up the
I don't know why they thought that was gonna work.
across the block.
Pick it up and throw
Why they
it.
thought that was gonna work?
Hell nah, bro. Me personally, I'm skipping town. If I
Exactly.
see a nigga that just picked up a 4,000-pound car
Outta here.
that was speeding down the road at least 60 miles an hour and throw that bitch to the side, I'm out.
Gone.
No, bro. I value my life. So after this, Shredder decided to use Karai as bait again to get Splinter to come out of hiding. So later on, when they went after Shredder in the sewers, they ended up seeing some of the most disturbing things ever. Shredder had pictures laid out, and he just started talking in the background saying,
Gaze upon these pictures, rot. Of all the things you've taken from me, you took my bitch, and then you stole my daughter.
like this nigga was mentally disturbed. They got to the second floor, and it got worse. More pictures everywhere. This shit looked like a Silent Hill level. All the pictures just being lit on fire. So Splinter kept on running through this maze till he finally found Karai as she was hanging from the fucking roof. So then Shredder just started walking down the tunnel, and Splinter was shook. He saw bro up close and he was terrified, looking at him like, oh my god, he did all this just to kill me? So Splinter started swinging, but
all
to
that to
no
kill
avail.
you.
This man didn't move an inch, and just off this interaction, you knew how this fight was gonna go. Shredder punches this man into a wall, and while he's out of breath, he just
Gonna break that boy in half.
and you knew that shit was brutal because the screen cut to black. You only saw an impact frame, and it just got worse from here. Splinter tried to jump
Break
up,
him.
but got grabbed and threw this man like he did to Loki. Ragdolling him. Didn't even look at this shit. This was the beating of the century. So Splinter started running for his life, going deeper and deeper into the sewers, while Shredder was just tracking him down. So when they got down to
All
this
that
one
fun.
point, they looked like an arena out of a fighting game. Splinter tried to come out and sneak him, but he got grabbed, slammed into a wall, then ate another right hook. And it gets even more brutal. Nigga started throwing him, bouncing him off of walls,
God
and carrying him
damn.
to slam him into another wall. And this fight was all but over. Shredder was about to kill Splinter for a second time, but his arm
For a
started
second
tweaking
time.
out because of the mutagen. But even though his arm was having a seizure, it didn't stop him. Man still threw him and shatters his ankle with them size 25 ass
Like
feet.
them long
So with
toenails.
all hope lost, Splinter decided to protect my family. I'm gonna have to sacrifice myself. So he throws a kunai at some conveniently placed bombs, and they both fall down into a seamlessly never-ending pit. So while they're free-falling, they're still throwing hands. Splinter's throwing rights while Shredder's dragging him down a pillar. They was going so crazy, Splinter might Tyson that nigga in his ass. Probably gave him rabies since he a rat. But Shredder ends up hitting a steel beam, and Splinter keeps on falling, and he hits a steel beam on the back of his head. And then he hit another one, and then he hit another one, until he finally hit the bottom. The fact that he survived this is insane, but that man was walking no time soon. His leg was shattered, turned into a straight spaghetti noodle. And Shredder, yeah, he climbed out of the pit. Not surprising at all. But Shredder was not
Shredder
done
just don't
beating all
give
these
up.
shit. Because later on the surface, you just see Leonardo go flying
Damn.
while Shredder just walking up trying to kill this man. So he grabs him and
That boy
tries to
went
squeeze
flying.
the life out of him. But April and Karai come in and save this man, thinking that they could hold this man back. But they ended up realizing that this man Shredder don't give a damn if you man, woman, reptile, or rat. He's still gonna beat your ass regardless. So April threw a hot dog stand at this nigga with her force abilities, but this was just crazy. Bro turned a thunderclap turd. When dude mutated, he really took half of Hulk's moveset. Cause this is ridiculous. First the throw slam, and now the thunderclap. Oh my goodness. So they keep on fighting. Karai stabs
Well,
him
they
in
might
the
as well
neck,
go ahead
but
and
she
give
ends
up
up getting
in
backhanded. And he kicks April and sends her rolling. But she uses the force again, pushes that man back. And lo and behold, guess who came to join the fight? So with the help of Truck Coon, they had to think this man was dead. It was a truck tanker for Christ's
bet he
sake. The
ain't.
nigga blew up the block. But soon they realized this was no ordinary menace. Bro, ain't that shit. This this man just ate a full-powered attack from Truck Coon. Then he decided to pick it up and throw that hoe at him. Karai was lucky as hell April had this force shit, because her little ass would have been squashed. But you know who did get squashed? Leonardo. Bro ran at him at full speed trying to recover, jumps up, Superman punch, slams him on the ground, and is about to kill him. But here comes Karai trying to plead and get through to this man. And then here comes Shredder ugly like,
Daughter, please, I didn't mean to hurt you. Please call me father.
but she looked at this man dead in the face and told him,
You're not my dad!
So Shredder was cooked. She punched this man in the heart, physically and mentally. So he had to retreat because he knew his emotions would get the best of him. And after that whole sequence, this man done caught I don't know how many cases of attempted murder and assault. This shit is not countable anymore, along with the child abuse and the animal abuse. Like, damn. So when Shredder got back to base, this man started fiending for more mutagen. He told Stockman,
Hey nigga, I need some more of that good shit.
Even Tiger Claw tried to stop him, but he punched him across the room and slammed Stockman's head and said,
Shoot me up with that good shit.
So Shredder shot more mutagen into him, making this man a whole fucking addict. And with doing that, Shredder lost all emotional attachments. He did not care for Karai anymore. In all actuality, the nigga actually woke up from his delusional last dream. Nigga finally realized, damn, that ain't my daughter. That's my biggest ops daughter. So shit, I might as well just go kill the bitch.
Dang.
That's what he decided to do. All his weaknesses were gone. So later on, he finds Karai's hideout. That's got multiple mutants in there. And he busts down the door and it just starts going off. Leatherhead tried to tackle him. He boots his big ass gator. Slash his kick to the side. Telekinetic monkey man comes in from the top rope, but gets then slash his Leatherhead and just start getting their ass beat. Nigga hit a whole combo on this fat ass gator. Then threw him into a whole PC setup. And the whole thing just caught on fire. That's how you know that PC was a straight toaster. And after he set the place on fire, he straight up told Karai,
I'm here to kill you, bitch.
And this man held nothing back at all. She was having to fight for her life. She even told them, yo, we're all gonna die in this fire if you don't stop. But this is when we knew this man had no more attachments. He told her,
It is fitting that you die in a fire, just like your mother.
he didn't even care about Tang Shin no more. He straight up acknowledges now, yo, I killed that bitch, and I'm about to do the same to you. So with all her rage, she tried to stab this man in the heart, but the sword broke. And just by this
Sword
time, she knew she was about to see her mama, Shredder, electric wooden god fisted her ass off of the second floor. And then she also had debris of the building landing on her. She was cooked, and Shredder looked at her lifeless body and walked away, leaving her to burn alive.
Dang.
Yeah, that's arson, attempted murder, assault, animal abuse, etc. He laid out every motherfucker in there, 1v5, and wiped the whole team. So after this, Karai had to go to the hospital, and I'm surprised her ass ain't died. But I mean, shit, I guess it's kind of impressive. You survived a sure you can from a 500-pound nigga with pure muscle. Even though her neck broke as fuck, at least you get to live another day. But after this, Splinter said enough is enough. I'm killing this nigga tonight. So later that night, on top of this skyscraper, Splinter and a team that consisted of Raphael, April, Slash, and Casey's sorry ass decided to confront Shredder. So they patiently waited on top of this building until he appeared. So the final showdown between Rat and Super Nigga began, and both these men knew tonight one of us is not leaving this rooftop alive. So they get to squabbling, and Shredder's already sitting them both flying. And look at him, he's crawling for dear life, trying to not get squashed, but he gets grabbed, got flung in the air, then gets his spine shattered. So then here comes Slash, oversized guys, coming to get his ass whooped again, just to get twirled around, then throws this obese turtle into this sign. More really hit him with the Mario 64. So long, Bowser. Ass throw. You know there's gotta be a reference because bro looks like Bowser's fat ass.
He sure did hit him with the damn face.
But this did nothing but just piss him off. He jumped on this man's back and started stabbing him, while Casey was hitting him with drive-bys. But he slams him off of him and pounds his face in. Niggas started beating his shit like y'all nasty niggas when y'all saw Sue Storm. So he boots Raphael across the building, and he ends up hitting Casey, and he started flying off the building. That man started falling 30 floors high. So they here come April mad as shit. Wait a minute, stop. That hair. I've seen you somewhere before.
Oh no, I'm a new superhero! I'm Syndrome!
So the reincarnation of Syndrome started throwing debris at him. But Syndrome in this universe was still sorry as hell. Bro got crushed in one hit. You should have listened to Mr. Incredible all those years when he told you, go home, kid. Because you still sorry as hell. So with everybody cooked, it was all up to Splinter. So Splinter entered a flow state and started cooking. He pushed bro back and gave him this crazy mid-air 6-kick combo. Then ended up cutting off both of his claws in succession. And he actually brought Super Shredder to his knees. But sadly for Splinter, this was the beginning of the end. When he walked up to deliver the final blow, Shredder smacks this man upright, bounces him like a basketball, then he runs up to him, then grabs his face and starts beating the life out of him, throwing him like a frisbee and shit. This was terrible. So while Splinter was just down and out, and Shredder started running towards him, he had one little trick left up his sleeve. He had a little rope in his sword that he used to trip Shredder up and make him glide and fall off the building. So Raphael and them was happy as shit, thinking that they beat Shredder. But dear God,
yeah,
the
they ain't beat that boy
Oh,
yet.
I'm about to say.
You stabbed this nigga! And Shredder could finally say, for the second time, and permanently,
Yoshi is dead!
throws this man's corpse off the building, falling all the way from the top of that roof, and dying.
Finally got
So
what
I
he
guess
wanted.
second time's the charm. Because Splinter was dead. No coming back to life this time. Shredder won. He completed his lifelong crusade of hatred and killed the man he hated the most. His own brother. All over a bitch. Oh my God. You
Bump
killed
that.
your brother over a shorty. Not once, but twice.
Twice.
This is a type of hatred I've never seen before. Oh, there's a disturbance in the force with this one. And you know what's crazy? Karai didn't even get to go to the funeral because her ass was in a coma. This man teared a whole family apart over some damn coochie. Lord have mercy, my brothers. We must stay focused. We must stay focused. So after this tragedy, the turtle said, nah, this nigga gotta die. We inherited the beef. So they dressed up in all black for this man's funeral because they was about to slide on his ass. So later that day, they arrived at Shredder's crib and he was waiting for these boys. This nigga was standing on top of the roof with a Molotov just horrified. So he lit his $2.5 million mansion on fire just so they could all get on the roof. This man is sacrificing literally anything and everything to end their bloodline. First his body and now his crib. For the final battle started, they was jumping Shredder in perfect sync. But even though they were masters of jump jitsu, it still didn't work. Shredder was still beating like they stole something. This man kicked Michelangelo so hard, the nigga swung his body like 6 times. Then after this,
Turn it into a
tornado across the roof.
Real.
So at this point, Shredder just started singling him out. First he goes after Donatello, Sweet Chin Music's his smart ass, and eliminates him from the battle. Next was Mikey, and you cannot tell me this man is not taking this seriously right now. This man is emoting, doing his little dancey dance. So he came down, but Shredder just dodged it, grabs his nose,
that whole thing for that
slams him on a vent, then punches him out the arena. Mikey got fucking clobbered. So Leonardo and Raphael were the last two standing, and this evisceration just didn't stop. Look at what he just did to Raphael. He just casually grabbed this man and flipped like an acrobat, then planted his face in the ground. This is just nasty work at this point. But
Definitely
Raphael was not
nasty
about
work.
to go out like that. Because out of all the turtles, this nigga is a fucking menace. He started whooping this nigga, slamming him through walls, then slammed his face on this until he broke this man's neck. And he just looking at his hunched over body like, yeah, nigga, fuck you talking about, I spun
Not the,
nigga. But even though Raphael turned into the reincarnation of King Von for a second, that man still got up and said,
Get off my property!
that man told Satan's greatest soldier, stay your ass in hell, nigga. So the last man standing was, of course, Leonardo. So Shredder continues his onslaught and proceeds to beat this man to death. That man Leonardo was fighting for any ounce of plot armor he could get, because his ass was about to see God. So he ends up breaking his arm and Floor sends him about 20 yards. And this looks like the end for the Ninja Turtles. Shredder walked up to his body and said,
This is the end, Nigga Turtle.
but that last bit of plot armor kicked in for Leonardo, he ends up seeing Splinter's Force Ghost, and Splinter told him, "My son, I swear to God, if you do not kill this nigga, I cannot rest in peace. Wake up, my son. Kill this hating ass nigga." So Leonardo tapped into the Avatar state, and he then officially inherited the beef. He got Splinter's spirit in him now. So he starts going crazy and puts Shredder in a whole blender. So then he picked back up his sword, and with all his rage and his hatred passed down from his daddy to him, he ended the cycle. Leonardo decapitated this man. And after he decapitated, bro, Leonardo walked back over to everybody with his head, displayed it, and drops this man's head on the ground, finally putting an end to the Shredder.
Finally.
Now hold on there. You thought this was over, didn't you? You thought we was gonna glaze the nigga in the trial and get ready for the next video. No, nigga, we're not done. There is something that this man did that cannot be ignored. And that is why we are having a special exhibit. Exhibit S, beating the Bat. So Shredder decided to expand his criminal empire. So the city he chose to expand his operations in is none other than like the most dangerous city of all time, Gotham. And I mean, why not? It's fucking open season over there. I mean, criminals break out of Arkham every day because the security's just ass. Like dead ass, it happens every Saturday. These niggas gotta be blind or something. But even though this police force is hot garbage, if you are a criminal here, there is one man that you will fear. And that is none other than a rich man in a bat suit. So one fateful night, Batman was getting jumped by a bunch of foot ninja. But by nobody's surprise, these boys are light work for this man. Just another day in the office for Gotham's greatest detective. So after he finishes whooping every single one of their asses, he picks up this one foot ninja and starts interrogating him like, "Who the fuck are you? Why the fuck are you in my city?" But right when the foot ninja started speaking, he catches a shuriken to the dome. And it was by none other than Shredder. This man was not playing around. He said snitches get stitches. I mean, you already know the nigga does not like rats. So why would you decide to be a rat? So Batman tried to get him down with his grappling gun, but Shredder just turned around and just cut that junk off. So he decides to drop down to the ground because he's already made his decision to run the hands. And he wanted this too. He said,
I know who you are, Bat. Do you know what this will do for my legacy if I beat your ass? So me versus you, one-on-one, no prep time, nigga.
So Shredder threw a smoke bomb and the battle for the best hand throw on the planet began. So Shredder comes in swinging, but Batman activates that Ultra Instinct. But Shredder does a gut flip move, knee to the torso, and he got that man Batman staggered. Then he grabs my goat and throws him across the room. And that man Batman was shook. He was like,
holy shit, I ain't never fought no nigga like this. And what makes it worse, this nigga ain't give me no fucking prep time.
So Batman pops up and throws a bunch of batarangs at him. But this is when Shredder showed that he was on another level. Bro started punching through the batarangs. Damn. He zoned this man out.
Nigga, what the fuck is this bullshit?
So Shredder gets back in range and starts pressuring him again. But Shredder whips a roundhouse. Gets the other block with his leg taken out. Then Batman grabs his head and slams it on the rail. So then this man Shredder was shook. He was thinking, God damn.
This motherfucker just gave me at least stage 2 CTE.
But Batman was not done with the counter game. Shredder gets up and gets countered again and slammed on the ground. Then he gets up again, starts trying to run his offense. But he gets countered again. Oh, Master Bruce is reading that nigga. So then he comes flying in with a roundhouse. But Shredder blocks his strikes and slams his head on the control panel. But then he went for a killing blow and missed. But then here go Batman's super strong ass. Nigga shatters his claws with his bare hands. Then booted him off of him, and he blocks his next strike and shatters his other claw. So then he judo throws him, then knees this man's head into a control panel. Hit him so hard he indented his head into it. But Shredder was not about to get bitched like this. He gets up and lands a nice ass combo, then shatters this man's throat. Jesus! No wonder Batman be talking like this after damn time. That this man just deleted his trachea. So Batman kicks him off of him, and both these boys was cooked. They was putting it all on the line for their legacy. This was that once in a lifetime John Cena versus The Rock match. Braun versus Steph, Christmas Day. These niggas was leaving it all on the court. So Batman jumps down, and right when he jumped, this fight was over. Shredder started charging up the Sato Oshi strike, a legendary Foot Clan technique that will kill you on impact. And it is also deadly to the person that uses it. That's how you know this man Shredder was putting it all on the line. So he hits this man Batman dead in the chest, and it was over. This man's soul left his body, and he got flooded into some steel pipes. And Batman, my goat, was cooked. Internal bleeding like crazy and knocked the f*** out. Even Shredder was struggling to get up after using that attack. Now, obviously, Batman survived this attack. Because, I mean, let's be for real, this is the same nigga that dodged a f***ing Omega Beam. But it was all worth it to him. Because Shredder could say officially for his legacy, he beat Batman one-on-one with straight hands. The Shredder Trials.
Shredder, boy.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is our final spreadsheet of the 2012 Shredder. And all I gotta say is, damn. Just damn.
Damn,
now,
for real.
Since this is the end of the Shredder Trials, if I had to rank the 3 Shredders that we did, I would rank them as follows. Bronze medal, Tengu. Silver medal, Ultron. And
number
first
one
place goes to none other than the 2012 Shredder.
Gotcha.
And there is a reason why. With Ultron, I would say he is the purest of evil out of all of them. But the reason that I put the 2012 version over this man is because he's also pure evil, but the lengths of hatred he went to
For real.
are insane. Trying to kill a man over a bitch, taking his daughter, killing your ex,
And
killing your
brainwashing
dad,
her.
annihilating your
Crazy.
clan, raising and gaslighting the daughter to hate her actual father, then being one of the worst dads to ever grace the planet, and speaking of the planet, sacrificing it and yourself to kill the man you hated the most, then sacrificing your humanity to kill him again. That is why I have put this man at the #1 spot.
That definitely gonna be the number one spot.
That'd be hard to top.
12 yeah.
Sorry, Tengu, but you didn't make the cut, nigga. Oh, so sad. Anyways, man, that concludes the Shredder Trials.
Hey, that Shredder, that 2012 Shredder, like how you said.
That's straight savage.
Demon time.
That's the
He
crash
ain't playing no
out.
games. He would play. He been jealous of his brother.
Yeah.
That been his woman. he took it from him.
Took 2 things from me. We keep taking everything from me.
They ain't gonna kidnap this man's daughter. They ain't gonna raise him to hit him.
Biological.
Like what?
Boy.
Yeah, he was a straight demon though. He went through lengths to go ahead to kill that boy. Like
He did it. Crazy.
2 times.
2
no
times, not
one.
1.
But yeah,
How y'all feel about that, man? Shredder, a generational hater.
he definitely was a generation.
That's gonna be hard to top that #1 spot right there.
Yeah.
Shit show. Y'all like the video, man? Drop what other videos y'all want to see us react to down below, man. Other than that, man, y'all stay safe. We catch you on this video.
Catch y'all next one.